Ooh, welcome back to the channel, girl, guys. 2007 Chrysler Pacifica. In for overheating, guys. Let's see what we got before I start this thing up. She see coolant leaks. Naturally, there's coolant leaks. That means that there's no coolant in it, and that reservoir is empty, guys. Okay. Wow, guys, y'all see that? Whoa, what is going on here? Whoa, she needs some struts. Y'all see that? Is that what? Holy cow. Woo! Sometimes, guys, I am so glad the camera be rolling. All right. Now I just walked over here to get this car. That doesn't look like that, do I? Am I crazy? Wait a minute. Let me get a close look at this. Whoa. Yes, this is what happened to my Pacifica. I caught mine before it got through there, though. You know, I caught it just in time. So, look at that, guys. New tires. Look like some suspension work been done, but whoa, this guy needs struts, man. And he said ticks make ticking noise. I don't know what kind of oil. Whoa, God, this guy can't catch a break. I don't know if well, I haven't started up yet, so I don't. He says ticking, and it's look at that. I'm still tripping off that, guys. I need a whole. Now you know they make one-piece strut assembly, right? That's what I get for these older model cars. I don't fight with springs and things like that anymore. Okay. Yes, give me a one-piece strut. But yeah, this strut is coming apart, and it has made its way through there. All right. Wow. Okay, guys. Let me give me a nice little. Whoa. And it's got it's overheating. So I don't know, man. Look at this leaning. I assume this motor mount over here is shot. Okay. That side is not that way, but they get the same equal amount of wear. They both in the front. So we're going to recommend 2 struts. Assembly. Guys, I'm talking too much. Let me get this car in the shop, man. We're going to start our diagnosis, all right? Y'all ready? Is y'all ready, man? Stay tuned, man. Let's get it. All right, guys. I'm pulling in the shop. I'm in the shop, actually. So what I'm going to do, what we're going to do first, guys, I'm going to shut this off fairly quick because I don't want it to overheat. Remember, we're low on coolant, guys. We're likely low on coolant because of a leak. So let me plug my scan tool up. Let's go straight to the computer, guys. All right, we're gonna scan it. All right. I'm not sure overheating is a code. Okay, you're not gonna see a code that says overheating. All right, here's my topology. You can see all this yellow, guys. We're interested in the PCM. So let's go to PCM. No, we don't want flash. We want DTCs. Guys, this is a 2007 CS 4-liter engine, okay, not a 3.5. All right, DTCs, we will find a engine coolant temperature sensor circuit low. I see that code a lot, guys, especially when the coolant is low. So can you use that as a barometer to tell you if the coolant is low? I wouldn't, because that is easily verified, guys. Okay, yes, you can typically look at the reservoir. Now you can't, however, visually see how much coolant in the radiator, but you can see how much in the reservoir, and there was none in the reservoir outside when we checked. So the sensor, coolant temperature sensor, I guess if it's lacking any, it's obviously based off temperature, right? It's a temperature, what, coefficient? I want to say, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but that is used to tell the computer basically the temperature of the coolant. Now, if the sensor circuit low, I guess if voltage is low, does that indicate the coolant is low? I don't want to say it like that, but from the last couple of ones I've had, guys, that is the code that I've seen, and the car was merely low on fluid. that was the reason it was low. It had a leak, but that code was set if you're low on coolant. Okay, so you can, however, use that as a barometer, but I wouldn't. Let me put it that way, guys. All right, so let's only other logical thing to do, guys. Let's go under the hood, put some pressure on this thing. We may have to add some fluid first, and we're gonna pump it up and see if we got any leaks out. All right, let's get it, man. All right, guys. Coolant leak. I pumped it up, man. That dropped quick, and guess where I found it, or guess where it's coming from? Let's see if we can see it. Maybe y'all can guess what area that is. In fact, yes, guys, the water pump is on this side. And you see how this engine leaning? What does that mean, guys? There's an insulator right here. This motor mount, some would call it. It's extremely worn, okay? But they mainly want to know where they coolant leak at, or where is that leaking coolant. Guys, best way to find a coolant leak is to put pressure on the cooling system. All right, the leaks will show up at the weakest point. Okay, if you start seeing stuff like that, then yes, you know you on to something. Now I want to get this up in the air. All my pressure has drained, but I can at least get it up in the air and find out where. I know where, but I want you guys to get a feel or get a sense of where it's coming from. This is a 3.5, guys. It's a V6 engine, 3.5 V6. Oh, actually a 4-liter, guys. I'm sorry. Same thing, but we got to get it right. It's a 4-liter, 24 valve V6 engine. I'm about to let it up in the air, so I'm gonna pump up some more pressure. I had to add coolant, guys. If you pumping up, now they make different types of pressure testers, guys. The goal is all the same, and that's just simply to put pressure on the cooling system, so you have a better chance at simulating the pressure that the car is under. That way you can find the leak, right? Right. All right, so let me get this up in the air. It may be still dripping. If not, I'll put some more pressure on it so you guys can get a feel and a sense. Now, this is an older model car. These are the ones that's really out there in the world. Philly D-Dem shops and things like that. Tim, Astro Auto Repair, he might get phone calls. And knowing Tim, he got jack stands that will literally jack these jokers up and get the job done. I am no fan of working without a lift. I'm spoiled now, guys. Yes, I am spoiled. So, but this year model car is definitely out there in the world. But there still seems to be quite a few that would still pay the dealership a visit. I'm still getting some drips. Where, ooh, y'all see that? I can't see. I'm gonna take y'all diving. Yep. I would venture to say, guys, because the water pump is right in this cover. And as you can see, yes, so due to the fact that the timing belt runs off of the water pump, what y'all thinking? I'm thinking we should upsell a timing belt job also. Kill two birds with one stone. This car definitely over 100,000 miles. All right, so yes, definitely right up the water pump. And guys, remember I talked about this tensioner on this model car, the 3.5 and the 4-liter. Watch this video right here. I discuss the importance of that idler pulley, rather, the tensioner pulley. The bearings in that pulley will fail a whole lot sooner than the belt, in my opinion. Okay, so definitely get that on the wraps. All right, this is a 62 TE transmission. Is that a gasket, guys? Yes, that is a gasket. Okay. Now what that tells me is the pan has been off. As far as what fluid do they have in there, if they have the right amount, I don't know. Okay, I'm merely going to recommend it just due to time and mileage. All right, and now we already discussed the engine mounts. This engine is leaning way too far on the passenger side to the right, so that mount is likely broken. We got a mount right here and a mount right here that always fail. They just made a poor bushing material, so they got new updated mounts for that. It's a trans mount over here also, but that mount never gets any work, so it's hard to Hey, somebody been doing suspension work on here, guys. This, my friend, looks like a new tie rod. Yes. So, no sense in that looking over the suspension, new tires and everything. So they likely gonna invest and keep the car. That's why me writing up this estimate may yield a sale. Okay, if you put that much money in the suspension, you likely gonna get this coolant leak to stop, right? Right. All right, no differential, guys. This is not a rear wheel drive car. Okay, this is a front wheel drive, and it's not an all wheel drive. However, looking at this tonal, this can easily pass for all wheel drive because that's what a drive shaft would go through. And go back here and then go to a rear diff, but because it's not, yes, there are some all wheel drive Pacificas out there. This is a 07 Chrysler Pacifica. The older model Pacifica, not the new age minivan, stuff like that. Okay. So guys, I'm gonna write this estimate up. Like I say, no sense in worrying about suspension. They got new tires, tie rods. I'm almost guaranteed they did an alignment when they put the. You almost have to. If you mess with this at any, you're gonna tow. It's gonna affect tow. So I'm almost guaranteed they did an alignment. Yes, good tires in the rear. So no sense in me worrying about that. So I just write out what I find, which I recommend you do. Never just write up stuff just to be writing up, guys. Give the customer a little respect. Okay, this hard-earned money that they have to shell out to keep this thing up is bad enough. So do the right thing, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yes, this mount's so worn, that compressor's starting to lay. It's gonna cause other issues, guys. I've seen it where the mounts was so broken. When you rev up, this ground strap would snap. So we're not gonna let that happen on my watch. Yeah, water pump, baby. Look at that. All right, guys, I'm gonna write this estimate up. Stay tuned for part 2, guys, when they sell the job. Right.